Buying your first designer handbag is actually kind of tricky, and I'm just really lucky and glad that I had a friend with me that time who contributed to my deciding factors of why should I buy my first bag as this brand. So guys, if you also are new into the designer or luxury market and nahihirapan kayo ano yung mga dapat na deciding factors to where to invest your hard-earned saved money, and I hope I can give an insight and you can also get something from my opinion, and stay tuned and keep watching. Alright, so okay, let's get started. For guys out there and also for some of the girls out there, a lot of people that I know invested their first designer, their money into the first designer handbag into buying Louis Vuitton bags. Not only because Louis Vuitton holds its value and I find it really durable in my opinion. Really gotten the worth of money. I know that there are other bags out there in the same structure and the same use for a lot less. But come on, let's face it. We buy this kind of stuff because of status, craftsmanship, and quality. And I would have to say that I've used this bag, especially etong bag na to, I've definitely used and abused this to all of my friends out there who's watching this vlog, and also to some of my Instagram followers who are following me on Instagram knows that I always travel with this Keepall 45, and I don't baby this bag. I've had this for about 5 years. I'm still really in love with it. So one of the things that you have to consider is definitely if you are on a limited budget, because you don't want to buy something that's very trendy now and 3 years later you're sick of looking at it because you look stupid. You know what I mean? Kasi may mga bags talaga na they are really in and they look good in your perception and in your visuals now, but once the trend is over, it's done. And in the world of fashion, season per season, there's always a new collection, so trends really get buried with a different style really fast. And marami namang classics bags out there like this that will hold its value, will hold its time. It's intended for like a weekender kind of bag. At saka if you're also an office person or you're corporate, or and you're the type of person who carries all your house in one bag in a day, then this is definitely the one for you. I do know like quite a few people who carries their Louis Vuitton Keepalls in the gym, but okay, that's them. I just don't feel like it's appropriate to carry your Louis Vuitton monogram in the gym. I do love this bag so much na bumili pa ako ng another one in a Damier, I don't know how you pronounce it, but in this kind of canvas. But I don't carry this as often as I do with the boat of, especially this. Ito kasi, because of the vanchata, it has a tendency to darken, and it was lighter when I first got this one. A super light niya talaga, but now it has honeyed and darken a little bit, oxidized a little bit, but I'm still loving the color. It's so prone to stain, so you really have to think of where you're gonna be taking this out, because in my experience there's a little bit of a color transfer on the vanchata already, like this one. And if you have sweaty palms, it will definitely show in the handles, the marks and watermarks that will be touching the leather. This is the reason why I don't like taking out this much as this. So by the way, my first purchase nga pala was also a Louis Vuitton Keepall, which was a second hand that I bought somewhere, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. It was actually really older than me, because when I got it authenticated, it was made somewhere 1980. It broke because it was so old, and I didn't want to get it repaired because it's gonna cost me more money if I get it repaired, and plus it has to be sent to Paris. The whole time was like 3 months until they ship it back. So I decided, you know, just let it go and save a few more money again, and bought my first brand new Louis Vuitton Keepall 45 in the Macasar collection. I really have no regrets on buying this one. I don't baby this bag at all. I just toss it wherever, whenever. I'm not supposed to like overstuff this one because I feel like it's gonna like rip off, but I've put my laptop here, my shoes, a lot of liquids, and it really has stand the test of time with me. That's why I am really in love with this bag, and I haven't crossed any issues with this. Just of course a little few scratch over here and there, but kahit na gaano kamura yung bag mo or gaano kamahal yung bag mo, it is always prone to damage, and it's inevitable. It doesn't necessarily mean na you pay 100, like thousands of pesos, tens of thousands of pesos, like, or a few $1,000 that it's not gonna scratch. It will scratch. It's just that there's a certain premium that you purchase when you buy designer handbags. Like there is service involved. When it gets broken, you can always get it serviced, and they will repair it for you. Although you do have to pay like a certain price, but the customer service, and not just that, in case in the future that I want to sell this, someone will buy it. Plus, I don't know, I am also a little bit of a sucker when it comes to monogramming, so yeah, I got these monograms like this. And if you are a little bit of a brand conscious and you don't want something that screams designer or luxury right away with all the logos and everything, you can always offer something like, okay, fine, I know it's a little bit bougie because this is technically my gym bag, but I've used this like a couple of times as my weekender bag as well. I have never gone through this with the airports, but yeah, I've used this like sleeping overs with my friends. Itong Prada nylon. What's good about this is that it doesn't really scream like brand. It's very subtle. You can, if you don't want the logo front facing, you can always like turn it back. And plus, the models that I have with me from the Keepall 45s that I had, these models doesn't have like pouches inside the bag, so that's the only con that I didn't like about it. But I'm not sure with the newer models if they do have pockets inside. I believe they do, but yeah, unfortunately mine at that time didn't have one. But this bag, itong bag na to, there's at least 3 pockets. My gym equipments are still there. So yeah, there's like pockets at least for your phone and for some of your loose change or your cash. It has a zipper on it, and compared to this, they're almost identical in size. It's just that this one is more structured compared to this one. Dahil this is fabric, this is made of nylon. It tends to slouch, but there is like a support included in this one. But unlike this one, you have to improvise with like a support, because without the support that I'm talking about, like a cardboard thingy, it slouches like this, which is unattractive. So it was really like a perfect weekender bag. Like if you are, let's say, an office guy and you really have to carry a lot of stuff in at the same time, you want it to like make you seem like I made it on top of the economic food chain, something like that. But of course, it not necessarily has to be that kind of way. But if you do appreciate craftsmanship, brand, and kind of a little bit of status, then you should go for this. But if you are more of like conservative and you just want something really kind of personal luxury, then you can go for brands like this. You also have like Bottega Veneta, if I'm not mistaken. And also what I love about this bag is it's so versatile, it's so stylish. I feel like these kind of bags, like wherever you go, it always like will fit your style. Whether I go to the gym, I carry this going to the gym and it looks casual. But of course, pag ito naman ang ginamit ko sa gym talagang, it really will scream so much attention, and I wouldn't even dare. Yeah, okay, I have to admit, there was one point that I just tried, like how it's gonna be like carrying a Louis Vuitton Keepall, but it's so embarrassing because everyone's looking at you and they probably get an impression that you're so tacky, like so new money. But whatever, if that's the kind of look or kind of image that you go for, congratulations, this is not me. So it was one of my embarrassing moments. But yeah, but I wouldn't feel shy carrying this walking around. And that's the only thing that I actually don't like about these models of the bags, because these Louis Vuitton Keepall that I bought didn't have any pockets or pouches inside, only that they have this, what do you call this one, hook that you can like this, another hook like this, which I place this lock is actually for this one. I just placed it here. Yeah, the pockets are also very useful dahil like your keys and your everything, so you don't have to really segregate those small accessories or things that you need. You just have to place them there, compared to the Keepall that you have to separately purchase a pouch or an organizer to organize the contents of your bag. It really is a perfect size if you are someone like me who's 5'9". It just goes along with your style. And even if I've seen men who are like probably 5'5", or also women, I've seen women carrying this one walking around. It totally is. There is a smaller version of this one if you are not comfortable with the size, but it's not called the Keepall. It's called a Speedy 40. It's much bigger with this. It's much smaller than this one. It doesn't come with this lining like this. I don't know what you call this one. Itong banchata na to. It doesn't come with. The reason why I decided to buy this one, dahil the black Macasar version, dahil it's black, it doesn't show the color transfer. If it ages, it's not going to be as visible as the normal banchata one. I think for the years that I've had this one, this hasn't faded yet. It still is this deep black that I first saw this one. And I don't know, for like seriously, when I imagine how much use that I take advantage of this one, I really take advantage of this one a lot. So I would say really worth my money. So if you guys are more interested to know about my other few bags that I have, just let me know in the comment section down below. And oh, by the way, I'm not sure how much these cost right now, because I bought this in Barcelona, and plus I had like a tax refund, and at that time, if I'm gonna be converting this, I think I bought this for about 1,600 euros at that time, and I'm not sure, and in peso that was like around, let me check. Okay, so in peso it's almost 90,000. Yeah, it's almost 90,000. But I'm not sure how much is the price right now, because I bought this on a later date, so I really am not keeping track of how much this bag costs. Yeah, by the way, this one doesn't have a pocket too, but the lining is red. Yeah. And this one, I got it in an outlet. I think I got this lesser than that, and wala na ako ng resibo nitong Prada na to. So yeah, you can just Google. And if you don't feel like buying brand new, you can always buy secondhand. There's a lot of secondhand stores out there that sells really good quality, really good condition. It's also nice to get a feel of the bag first before actually purchasing the bag. It's kind of like a calling if it's really meant for you or not. Those are one of the deciding factors that I had to consider into buying my Keepall. I am not more of a backpack kind of person, but I do have backpacks. It's just that I prefer to use a sling bag, but I don't use this as my normal daily bags, don't get me wrong. I use this on different occasions. I have my other bags as well, more on, they're just smaller and they're not as big, because like I said, I just bring what I need. I know it's contradicting, but yeah, you get it. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you do have any questions, or if you have any suggestions that you'd like to ask me, just let me know in the comment section down below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see ya.